And then what Derek Prince and them said was that the after the flood, when all those mixed seed hybrids had drowned, then they didn't have a body anymore. They were disembodied spirits, which meant that they were demons.
Right.
And they needed a body to manifest.
Hey there, fellow seekers of knowledge. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of biblical scriptures, angels, demons, giants, and fallen angels. Let's explore these intriguing topics together. In the Bible, we find mentions of angels, demons, and even giants. Angels are divine beings created by God to serve and protect humanity. Demons, on the other hand, are fallen angels who rebelled against God and were cast out of heaven. They now roam the earth, tempting and tormenting humans. Giants, or Nephilim, are a fascinating subject. They were the offspring of fallen angels and human women, and their existence is mentioned in the Bible. These mighty beings were known for their incredible strength and size. As we delve into these fascinating topics, let's remember to approach them with respect and open-mindedness. After all, knowledge is power, and understanding these biblical scriptures can help us grow as individuals and as a community.
And then what Derek Prince and them said was that the after the flood, when all those mixed seed hybrids had drowned, then they didn't have a body anymore. They were disembodied spirits, which meant that they were demons.
Right.
And they needed a body to manifest. But a fallen angel at that rank doesn't need it. He can change into whatever. He can change into a beautiful human being and have all the tools to make a baby. And that's how they introduced themselves to the woman on earth, and they explained them. The mothers, the Nephilim mothers that I work with from royal bloodlines, they explain that these guys that would come to them would be very good looking, very Nordic, huge, like rugby players, strong guys, very attractive, and then, of course, a very strong relationship, and there'd be an addiction to sex. Very much, because they reckon that the sexual experience that they would have with these fallen ones is not available or accessible for a human on a human level.
Yeah.
So that's why they'd be addicted.
Crazy.
It's
also that's mentioned in the Book of Enoch as well.
Yeah.
That they would be disembodied spirits and evil spirits when they die.
Yes.
So that's interesting then. So when you come across Nephilim spirits, is Nephilim or Nephilim demons, or are demons Nephilim?
A Nephilim has a human body, so it's a hybrid.
So as soon as it doesn't have a body, then it's a
demon.
Oh, okay.
Then it's a demon, because they sacrifice many Nephilim as well at rituals.
Right.
So if a royal has given birth to Nephilim, which they do because they're Nephilim mothers, they have received the third DNA strand, which is a spiritual strand, which enables them now to give birth to Nephilim. It's a very specific change in the body that takes place. So we have a double DNA strand, but the Nephilim mothers have a third one on top of, which is a spiritual strand. Okay. When we get born again, we get a third strand, and that strand is connected to Yahweh, Almighty God. And so then we are created, we connected back with our Father. Right. But when those that are not, those that are Nephilim mothers, as little babies, they already receive this third strand, but it's a spiritual strand from Satan, and they will carry the seed of Satan. So it enables them to carry the seed.
Because I want to get to the connection between, say, the gods and these entities and us, right? So you've kind of like mentioned it a bit already, and bloodline and royal bloodlines, and you know, this is, you know, how these spirits can interfere or interact with humans, right? So, you know, we talked about Genesis, that there was a connection there already, right? And, you know, you go down and then you see like Nimrod and the worship of the fallen ones again. And it's like there's this constant back and forth and worship between humans and the gods, right? And it's almost like, you know, these gods are like ruling in the affairs, kind of. And that also like leads me to kind of, I think it's Deuteronomy 32, not the King James version, but when you read the Dead Sea Scrolls version, it talks about, and God divided the nations between the sons of God. So there's also like this this theology, so to speak, that, and then you read in Psalms 82 that these spirits were being judged by God for leading them astray because they were taking worship for themselves.
Exactly.
Right? So then if you've got the sons of God, you've got like Nephilim spirits, you've got principalities and powers, but they all kind of have reigned over specific nations, right? Then that would be because in order for them to reign also, they have to receive worship. So then you have worship of these gods, and that worship of gods is also, it's sin and it's iniquity, right?
That's right.
And then that's how all of these gods, the Greek gods, Egyptian gods, Australian gods, Aztec gods, whatever it may be, and whatever those spirits are, that's how they initially connect to
they've been given authority to rule because they were given authority over the nations. So they've been given authority. So they're there legally.
Right.
And so what they would then do is to trick mankind to rather worship them and not worship Yahweh.
So when you talk about like, because I'm trying to take the viewers on a journey.
Sure.
Because when you talk about like Nephilim mothers, what does that even mean? And is that also a bloodline thing that's inherited? Because I think that a lot of us, and maybe even, you know, on this program and the people that watch this program, they don't realize how much bloodline affects your everyday today. So when you read the story of the gods or you read Genesis 6, you don't actually think that these things are affecting me today. It's it's way back there. You know, I'm okay. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm fine. Anybody that some people haven't even heard of bloodline. So I didn't even hear of bloodline before. I don't even know when I started to hear about bloodline. I'm trying to think when I heard, but then when I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, like, and I think this is what it was. It was when you read in Deuteronomy, I think it's Deuteronomy, it's Numbers, and it talks about the worship of false gods, and it says that's the iniquity, and the worship of false gods is what passes on the curse to the third and to the fourth generations, right? And this is how we today are connected to these spirits.
Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating content. Until next time,